Hey, it's Glendon, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, all about making that money without a job. Today, we're going to take a trip back in time, or last year. We're going to talk about physical products. And there was this saying that was given years and years ago: you make your money when you buy. And it's really true. And this is something that really trips up a lot of people who are selling physical products. They will go ahead and get caught up in tactics, they'll get caught up in trends. But when you spend money on the physical product, that money is a sunk cost that just does not disappear. Now, for those who are coming in, everyone that buys Never Broke Action Pack will get not $150, which is the cost of the Never Broke Action Pack, not even $300, but $450 off of the coming e-commerce course, which is dropping very soon in 2017, which is really not that far away. So let's get into these things of money, physical products, selling online. This is one of the reasons that drop shipping is so attractive to so many people. You get to sell products, and I'm going to, actually I have a video on how I did some drop shipping. It wasn't the drop shipping that many people talk about online, which is they say that I sell millions of dollars of products. It's 100% automated. I don't touch anything. I don't have any employees. I don't do anything. Now, I would say there are some people who are pulling that off. I would say most of the people who say they're doing it is 100% bullshit. Don't have any names. I don't have any dossiers, but typically I'm going to explain to you why I believe that is 100% bullshit. All customers are not alike. So for you to have this system that's 100% automated means that everyone must go through this funnel the same way. You will have people who will have questions, who will get very cranky if they have questions and someone doesn't answer them. An automated response is not going to cut it when someone's spending $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800,000 on a product. So don't know about that. Number two, shipping. Everyone doesn't live in the same dwelling. There are some people who live in gated communities. I live in a gated community, and some carriers have a problem. Like, we won't get stuff if someone doesn't answer the call them in the gate. Only UPS and FedEx have the gate code. So you've got certain issues like that. These aren't huge and surmountable issues, but when you start talking about scale and you're talking about all this is automated and there's nobody talking to anybody and it's just collecting money, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Apple, which is a very smart company, isn't 100% automated. Walmart isn't 100%. The companies who are literally making trillions and trillions of dollars in the economy, they're not automated. So here you are working at home. You have this 100% automated system with this product. And I'm going to say another reason why I think it's bullshit. When a company creates a product and they sell it, there's certain financial metrics that they must abide by. So I've got this warehouse and I'm just selling all these products to people who are drop shipping. I don't know how much product they're going to sell. That's a problem. I don't know where they're going to sell it. That's a problem. There's so many variables that just make a lot of that stuff completely unbelievable if you know the numbers. That's why I just think it is a selling tactic, because to set up a durable, sustainable, real life drop shipping situation is not going to be passive, and it's going to take a lot of work. You could set it up, but it's not going to be super easy. You never touch anything. Just my opinion. All right, let's see what we. Oh man, we got folks rolling in hard this morning. What's up, James Guitar? What's up, Lamode? What's up, Diana? Tom, Amina. David, what's going on? D, owning it. What's up, Ronnie? Good morning, D Rose. Steven, what's up? What's up, Carlton? Customers are not liking, they're always just right asking. Diana Thompson, Health Before Wealth, what's going on? Boxing Beat for Life, what's up? Quasil, what's up? Monica, good morning. Canna, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with the big drop shipping, oh, that was interesting. When I move the screen like that, hold on a second. Get up here. It's just, I know why it's attractive. I know why a lot of people want to do it. I totally get that. But from a reality standpoint, it's a hard one. It really is. And we'll put this up there. Okay, so let's just jump into physical products. You make your money when you buy. And what that means is whatever price that you get your products at, regardless of what happens after that, it doesn't change. This is one of the reasons I love storage auctions, because of the opportunity. Well, the general premise was you got your inventory for pennies on the dollar. So even if half of the unit was crap, you still made money. When you're dealing with new products, that's not like that. You're going to have shipping, you're going to have taxes. There's so many little embedded costs. So whatever you're going to sell, and this is just my advice to you, is get small samples of whatever you're going to sell and test it. Try to sell it. And when I say get small samples, create a website. You could throw up a Shopify website in 2 or 3 hours. You can run a little traffic there and buy maybe $100, $200 of the stuff and see how it does, see how it ships. This is a huge, huge thing, because what everyone is doing, and you will see it, is the predominant type of item that people are selling online will fit in a box this big or less. That's where most people are. Stuff that can be delivered by UPS, stuff that can be delivered by FedEx and DHL and other couriers. Everybody's in that space, like 90-some%. When you get outside of that space, you enter into a different marketplace, you enter into a different customer, you enter into a different price point. I learned early 2000 what a difference it was, because it's harder. So this is just a tip. You can take it if you want to. If you want to make more money online, start increasing your average sales price. If your average sales price is $15, $20, $30, try to make it 100. If your average sales price is 100, try to push it up to 500. You will see very healthy and beautiful things happening to your checking account when you do that. Because years ago, when I was doing storage auctions, I noticed this, and I used to participate in this game. I didn't buy on value, I bought on capacity. And that's what many people do. They buy on capacity. They buy on what will fit in their house. You'll even hear people, it's like, I was looking for a product, it couldn't weigh too much, it had to be super cheap. And everyone having metrics is cool. But the thing is, if you stay there, you're in the land, you're like on the highway at 5 p.m. You are just in such a swamp of competition for resources, for eyeballs, for all this other stuff, that it's really, really hard for you to get to the next level. Now, excuse me, I should turn the heater on much earlier. It's a little chilly down here. But years ago, I was at a locker and I was duking it out with this girl. I spent way too much money on this room, but I knew that that room would fit in my car. Fast forward to 2016, you have many people who consider themselves professional sellers who buy on capacity, who don't buy on value. Let's just give you a scenario. Let's say you live in a rural area, right? and you have the space for a shipping container to be delivered to wherever you live and dropped off. Let's say that shipping container costs 20 grand. All right. But you get enough product to sell for the whole year where you will make 250,000. Okay. Then you have another product that you get it shipped, and they'll ship 4 and 5 boxes to you because you're maybe in the city. You don't have any place for storage. So same product, but because you can't make that massive purchase because you don't have the money, you don't have the storage, you don't have the capacity, you don't have the processing power, you're paying 4 to 10 times as much for the same item because you're a smaller player. This happens all of the time. You wonder why some people on Amazon and eBay are selling stuff at your wholesale cost or close to it. That's why. They are a volume buyer. So you're getting your item for 10 bucks. They're getting their item for $1.50, and they're selling in the same marketplace. Who is going to win that battle? This is something that is going to be very much a theme 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and going on and on, because so many people are playing small ball because they don't even know big ball exists. They think it's just a t-ball field when there is the softball field, there's the baseball field, there's all this stuff that's going on. Now, like I said, I saw this, I participated, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And if you sat down and did the numbers and you solved that shipping problem and you solved that storage problem, you could make so much more money, because once you spend your money, that's your profit. You can't, go buy and buy the widgets, 4 months later and reduce the price. You can maybe reduce the price of future purchases, or if you got scammed or something, you can get your money back. But in a normal business cycle, it's just not happening. Let's see, what do we have going on here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, all right. Carlton Sheets had the PMI Institute to take orders and ship. He created a professional situation. I mean, I could see how that can very much work. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me do. Name change. Never broke action pack. That's funny. I like that. Carlton Sheets, he's still alive. I wouldn't be shocked. What's up, Charlatan? What's up, Yolanda? Now, back in the day, a lot of people had these separate companies, fulfillment companies. That's what they were called. They were entering into maybe a licensing agreement. So it wasn't like real drop shipping. It was more like this company would sell different products for different people, and then they would do all the heavy lifting and do the check, kind of like what Amazon does with Kindle. Create space. Let's see. Jacqueline Smith, what should I say first when I approach people when I'm prepared to sell my books in Publix? Put a little bit more extra on that. Why are you selling your books in public? What are you doing? What's up, Benjamin? Yes, he's been around a big thing. Muslims convert. That's funny. David, yeah, when I'm sourcing things to sell on eBay, I fall for some videos that tout the concept of selling men's neckties because shipping is cheaper, but there's a glut of eBay buyers selling ties. There's a glut of people selling a lot of that cheaper stuff because it's so easy to do. I'll tell you why I got into selling furniture on eBay a long time ago. Let's see. Lamo. I did it before and I had lots of refunds because it was hard to get the right size of the items. The sizes were always out. I gave up. Customers were never satisfied. That is a common tactic for people who drop ship, and a lot of people don't talk about that. Let's see. What's up, Kayla Rose? What's up, Patches? Saxy Moxie and Kayla. This will post and you'll be able to watch it. Dang, I hate allergies. All right, this is why I started selling furniture on eBay years and years ago. There wasn't a lot of people doing it. That was the primary reason that I started selling furniture on eBay. And it has a lot of challenges. You know, I'm not gonna say it still does, because here's the weak chains in the process. The furniture manufacturers put their stuff in packaging that's designed to get to their warehouse or to be moved by LTL. Well, actually, it's designed for them. It's not designed to be moved by freight. I used to work in the freight warehouse. Let me explain to you what happens. Your stuff has to be put on a pallet, and if it does not fit that pallet correctly, then there's a greater chance for what's called compression damage. So whenever I was packaging up some furniture, I would put it on a pallet where there was a lot of room. Sometimes I would use newer pallets. Using older pallets, they could break. Then I would shrink wrap it, and then I would put another layer of cardboard around it. This is why a lot of high-end furniture comes crated in a wooden crate, because there's just probably the most durable way to ship stuff. And sometimes I would crate certain things. If I saw someone 15 grand worth of furniture, it made sense to spend $450 on the crate and have the crate integrated with the pallet. Now, this sounds like a lot of work, right? And it is. And because it's a lot of work, it's going to separate you from the vast majority of sellers out there. I mean, you would be you'll have competition. There's competition in every niche online, but your competition would be minuscule compared to what Lamo was talking about with selling neckties. Let's see. I'm glad I made it. I've been watching the video replays. What's up, Uberman? What's up, Kayla? Seems like disposables is where it's at. Disposables, replenishables, same issue. Okay. You want to get into the replenishables, the disposables, things that people put on auto ship or repeat buy. This is what started with multi-level marketing, where they would sell you these vitamins and then they would get you to give your credit card. Then you would get it month after month where you used it. Now, disposables, quote, smaller items that are shippable. Yeah, there's a lot of money there, but it is extremely crowded. And with Amazon, you can't even you can't even get in some of those categories. You just can't. Everyone's not going to be able to do it. And since you know you're 100% correct, disposables where it is, that's where the big brands are, people with budgets, people with warehouses. So that's what you're competing. Yeah, you can compete on price as a small player, but the volume people are going to win. What's up, Leroy? What's up? Diana Thompson, the Thrilly video about drop and shipping are actually used to sabotage the prospect buyer to purchase more courses while losing money in their business when the UFR says no one believe it. Amway, Herbalife, Amway. I mean, that was just one of the things. Now, I want you to look around your house, right? And just kind of walk around, and how many things are in your house that pretty challenging to ship? That would be your furniture. That would be, yeah, it would be furniture. There'll be like art, huge art, like art that is in the frame. Like you could pretty much ship anything if it's rolled up in a tube. But art is a very hard thing to do online, because once you get into the bigger pieces, haven't you ever noticed when you go to Target or you go to Michael's and you look at art, a lot of that stuff is a certain size. Then when you go to, or you watch, you'll go to someone's house who really likes art and they've got these big things that are almost wall length. That stuff has to be shipped. And also it has to be mounted a certain way or it will rip out the drywall. There's a lot of money in difficult things to do. It just really is. But this is, you know, going back to the whole thing with eBay. I was on eBay. I was looking around. I was looking for a new category. I created a new eBay ID, and I saw that there were people who had feedback of 40, maybe 50. They were selling $2,000 to $4,000 products. And I was like, So, you know, I went ahead, got my ID together, made it, you know, it took a while to build up the feedback. But once I got to about 20, the sales started to become more consistent. This were people who were buying 750 up to $5,000 products. Now, first thing that many people will talk about is, whoa, what if they ask for a refund? Now, this is the thing with furniture, and it did happen to me a few times. And my thing was send it back. And then I had a few people who were like, hey, you should pay for the shipping back. And this kind of got really, with one person, they got really, really intensified. So they did a chargeback and kept the furniture. So I had to fly to Las Vegas and I had to file a lawsuit. And when they got that lawsuit, because I figured out where they, you know, I knew where they worked, could do a little research, and I had them served on their job, and the guy went off. It's like, look, you got the furniture, dude. You said it was jacked up, but it's in your house, and you haven't paid me for it. And I'll be really interested what you're going to tell a judge, because, you know, you got your money back. You should have shipped it back, right? He was freaking out, just freaking out and freaking out. And after, you know, he got his attorney involved, and it's like, okay, fine. And I'm just going to hit you over the head for 100,000, you know, personal stress, you lying, running my business reputation. And after about 6 weeks, you know, we were getting ready to go to court, and I was getting ready to buy a ticket. And he's like, what if we pay you half? And I was like, fuck you. So, you know, in the 9th hour, dude paid me what I was owed plus my plane ticket, and I dismissed the suit. So that's just to give you like a very bad worst case scenario of what can happen. But typically, if you educate your consumers, because here's another thing with selling furniture, big physical products, is you have to tell people what to expect. So this part of your marketing is you're getting such a good deal on this. There's going to be this truck, and there's going to have to be someone there to help pull the stuff off the truck. Or you can pay an additional $350 and we'll do white glove service. Now, a lot of people went for the $350. I should have charged more, where I would hire a local moving company, and they would show up at the house, they would pull the stuff off, and they would take it where it needed to be. A lot of work, but my margins was, if I made a $4,000 sale, my margin was like damn near $2,300 after fees and stuff. So I can make 2 sales a week and do really well. That's one of the reasons I like that model. I was tempted when the feds came to get Kevin Trudeau. Kevin, he crossed a lot of lines. Jacqueline Smith, should I get my own website or should I allow the publisher to create one for me? Also, selling in public is just preparing myself to connect with people more often so they can also go online. Okay. Selling a book is way different than selling anything else. First of all, is this a fiction book or is this a nonfiction book? Leroy Gesturing, drop shipping didn't work for me as well as dealing with the suppliers directly. Also, dealing with suppliers are complicated. A lot of drop shipping doesn't work. That's why, you know, I told people this, because I saw this video the other day on Facebook, and the guy did 3.2 million, and he was in a nice house, and he built this $3.2 million business, and they didn't touch anything. And it just sounds like this beautiful dream. I mean, it's just, I'm sitting there and I know this is bullshit, but I'm getting sucked in because it's so seductive. It's like fake titties. You know they ain't real, but you want to suck them. And I was sitting there like, is going to get a lot of people. But see, this is the thing. And this is the big gotcha. When I was in the storage auction business, when I was selling stuff online, I wasn't teaching people how to make money online because I was making so much myself. Only after getting sick, after closing down my business, after essentially retiring, did I get into the training business. I was not concurrently training and doing the selling because I didn't have to. There was no need for me to do it. None. Oh, he's in Switzerland. Wow. Nonfiction books. Okay. With the nonfiction books, you know, and just kind of save this for just go ahead and ask some questions on the video yesterday about online courses and stuff. But typically nonfiction books, you need to be an expert because yeah, you can write it and you can throw it up on Amazon, you can direct a little traffic at it, but it's just not working out for a lot of people. You need to build up authority before pushing your book if you don't have it already. Now, there's so many physical products that you can sell. Now, big part of this is being a member of the tribe so you know all of the gotchas of the product, because I would not try to sell car parts since I'm not a car part guy. If I was a tuner, if I had a Honda that I tricked out and I had dropped the exhaust and put in a new exhaust and I really knew this stuff, I would try to do that. So one of the things that I think you should do, and this is just me, is if you're going to sell something you don't know about, get into that community for at least 6 weeks to a few months, really feeling your way around so you know how the product's going to act, because anybody can go to a supplier, get a business license, buy this stuff, but it's messaging and it's communication. Because right now I'm running some tests for some books I'm going to write. And I sat down and I wrote out a template and I wrote out some messaging, and I'm using Craigslist again. And I got a response from this piece of copy within 2 minutes. And I got another response and another response and another response. Craigslist isn't as easy to use for testing as it used to be because Craigslist doesn't let you get metrics. I used to be able to drop a picture on the Craigslist ad and see how many people looked at it by the number of folks who viewed the photo bucket image. They removed all of that shit, bastards. So, but for that to perform that well, that quickly, was pretty inspiring. Mr. Safety Firm, Kevin is still in prison, got 10 years, he lost appeals. It's just, that's another thing, you know, with the Kevin Trudeau thing. He was doing television, he was doing the infomercial thing, and sometimes with copy, people tend to get a little overzealous. Gary Halbert, one of the best copywriters ever. You know, if you're ever getting the copywriting, everyone's going to reference his works. They're going to reference his letters. But even with doing this is one of the reasons I'm like brutally honest with you guys. Making money anyway is hard. And there are many people who know that if they tell you that it's hard, you're not going to buy their products. So they're going to intentionally lie to you. Years and years ago, when I first started this channel, I had a lot of, quote, internet marketing people come to me and say, stop saying it's hard. Don't say that. You know, and I'm like, but I was in a unit one time and there was a canoe in the unit. I didn't know it. And I moved the box and this canoe came down and hit me upside the head. I am not consciously going to send someone into that type of environment and saying it's easy when I know all kinds of stuff can happen. Sassy Moxie. So basically the sexy drop sugar was selling shovels. Yes, there's gold, but you need the shovel information. Typically, I mean, that's really the thing, because ask yourself this question. If you are making 3 million, 10 million, 50 million online selling physical products, you've got a website, you've got a process. Why would you go out and create more competition for yourself? I mean, seriously, when you just kind of sit down and ask yourself questions like, this is why I'm real clear on why I teach people, why I consult. I did it for almost 2 decades. I retired and now I'm being a mentor and a consultant. I did not do both at the same time. There's a huge conflict of interest at both of the time. Watched 60 Minutes this year. He got an appeal and got out early. They removed the counters. They removed a lot of stuff. I mean, seriously, you watch my early videos when I was like, I would lie to customers. Hey, where'd you get this stuff? Oh, we do estate closeouts. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, I was over here at Public Storage, and oh man, you just paid $10 for those clothes. I got a unit. I paid $1 for the whole unit. Come on, come with me at the next auction. No. And I remember there was this one customer and we had made a mistake and there was some invoices on the desk from the auction and she saw them. And 2 weeks later, I saw her ass at the auction and she stopped buying from me. So this is why, like, you have a lot of people, hey, I'm online. I'm trying to be your friend. I'm trying to educate you. There's enough for all of us. And I have seen the degradation of so many items since everyone started talking about online, because attention is a form of currency. Appreciation is a form of currency. Some people, they're not doing this for money. They're just doing it for attention because it makes them feel good. Not mad at them. But the whole point is, if I'm doing 4, 5, 6, 7 million sourcing products, and I got this e-commerce website where I'm making 5 million, 10 million a year, and I have a good, healthy profit margin where after expenses, after taxes is a major expense, I'm making $2 or $3 million a year cash money. You know what that is? That's damn near over almost 300 grand per month. I'm going to come on YouTube. I'm going to come on Facebook and I'm going to like, hey, come watch this free video where I'm going to help you make money. Like, no. That's one of the reasons I don't hang out with a lot of folks. Yolanda, I thought about that too. Exactly. There's gold in those hills. The prospectors isn't selling shovels. They're mining the gold. If they're selling shovels, then the gold is pyrite. Hey, seriously, this is kind of one of the reasons I occupy this space, because I can sit here and be like straight up honest with you, because I've been there. I've bought a lot of programs, I've bought a lot of stuff, and the internet has really shifted. There's still a ton of opportunity, but the internet used to be really naked. I mean, my YouTube channel, I had no competition. I'm in the video group and we're talking about it, this new thing with YouTube, where YouTube is seriously changing the algorithm. And why they're changing the algorithm? They have an abundance of inventory of video, and most of it's shitty. So they had to create a way to separate the good video from the shitty video. So if you're making shitty video, they're not referring you. So y'all going hard on this Kevin thing. That's pretty interesting. But it's just some madness. Now, how do you find physical products to sell? What are the best physical products? Wrong approach. What are the biggest audiences? That's what you should be looking at. And you should also be looking at the biggest audiences that also mirror some of your strong points. Yeah, you can go in and learn a new market, work really hard. I was watching this, I read some on Facebook where this guy was broke a few years ago. He got an Amazon and he's worked so hard that his health has been impacted and now he's cutting back. Typically, if you get into something that is a strength, you're not going to have to go that hard. Let's see what we got. Man, if I can't stop laughing, it's getting crazy online. with how many people are lying about how much money they make, and it can help you make 100K for $3.99. I mean, it's just, I'll just go ahead, like the best years in the storage auction business. Let me give you my routine. Saturday was Saturday was like a cash day. Saturday was the day that we both get a lot of cash. I would not go out on Friday night. I would get up early Saturday morning, put my signs and stuff out. And then typically we were done around 3 unless I had to go get the end of the sum. I would just go out and spend, go on a date and spend like a ridiculous amount of money, because that was kind of my release from the week. I had no interest in teaching anybody my business. I would lie. I would actually try to avoid, when I was one of the first people in the Atlanta storage auction scene that was selling on Craigslist. It took some of these people 5 to 7 years to finally start selling on Craigslist. I remember there was this Asian guy, and there's a reason, because he had this chest that he was giving away for free on Craigslist. And I went and saw it, and I looked at it, and the wood was very, and he's like, yeah, you can have it, right? And so it was super, super heavy. I took it, and I put antique, Asian antique, something BC on it, sold that sucker for $1,800. That's how Craigslist was operating, because Craigslist was very techie back then. It's very nerdy. So you had a lot of programmers, you had a lot of IT people who were making money and just didn't give a shit about a lot of stuff. So there was amazing deals. That's where I got my first Gmail account, from the free section of Craigslist. So I'm like buying units, putting stuff on Craigslist, and it's selling before I even get home. But there was no way in hell, and I've said this, and you can go back and check on my early videos, if I hadn't got sick, I never would have wrote the book. I've been real clear about that. David Boyd, the internet used to be free for now, and self-regulating. The internet, yeah, and with this new bill that's probably going to happen next year, they're going to start slowing down certain parts of the internet. It's kind of crazy. Jacqueline Smith, I have a lot of confidence about the positive knowledge I've written, mainly about life. Should I start making YouTube videos? Yeah, we'll deal with that later, because you're going like completely off topic with that. But essentially, when you're doing these physical products, it is really good to know the marketplace better. That's where the money is. Hey, Glenn, what do you think about Loot Crate, which is a company that rebranded GrabBag? Brilliant idea. Brightbox is like that. Birchbox. All these girls did was go out and get a bunch of samples from these companies for free and ship them to their customers. And if the customers like them, they buy more from the company. I mean, matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you, because this hands down is one of the dopest startups. Let's see, make sure I'm spelling it right. Birch, yeah, box. All right, so let's go in here. Come on. All right. Let's see. There we go. Now, this is kind of going into reference, and this really fits into, all right, I don't know. It's just doing all kinds of crazy stuff here. Okay. Now this is Birchbox, started in 2010 by these two girls who I think were freshmen in college. I know they're still under 20, they're still under 30. They're really, really young. And what they did was they went to these companies and said, look, give us free samples on a massive level of your products. We're going to bundle it into these subscription boxes, send them out to our customers. So they get their products for free. Brilliant. And it's a win-win, big win, because invariably, if the ladies who receive these boxes like the stuff, They could go to the customer, and then going back to one of the comments that we're talking about replenishables, makeup is a replenishable. You run out of foundation, you run out of blush, you run out of lipstick, or you buy so much because you want to have multiple looks. This is, and also just to show you how this thing is really booming. Let's see, copy. Let's see, let's go similar. Really? Here we go. Jump in here. I'm gonna just show you how dope this company is. Yeah, 4 million views per month. I mean, 4 million hits per month on that website. Killing it, just killing it. And it was a really simple idea. Looks like they've got that's a Harry's razor. So apparently they've got Harry doing stuff. Just check it out when you get a time. And this is physical products. This is a lot of shipping. They've got all kinds of stuff, but this is just one of probably the most brilliant concepts and ideals that I have seen in my life. I mean, it's crazy, crazy brilliant how they set that up, you know, just amazing. So let's come out of there. Let me see what you guys are talking about. So that's what I think about Loot Crate. Let's see, looks like that screen froze. Am I doing too much? They did a lot with social media. They did a ton with social media. Yolanda, so yeah, start with what you know in terms of choosing a product. That's very helpful. Subscription-based services, yep. Delta affiliate partnership. Did I hit? So there's a lot of ways to go about this. Hold on a second. Let me do something. I need to make sure. All right, just want to check if the stream is still going or did it pause, because I can't see it. And typically when it starts acting funky, I'll end the stream. Let's see. Still going? Okay, cool. So it's on my end. Yeah, if it freezes or something, just let me know. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I'll just go up here and cool. You know, there's a lot of things, but you know, there's a whole bunch of things where people are just talking about avoiding physical products. And if you want to make money online and you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of money, physical products is probably the fastest way to get going and to niche out. I mean, you want to find some kind of niche. I mean, there are people who, if you just want to do old photography lenses, like there's a huge market for lenses. Cratejoy is a subscription service that ships your boxes for you. Subscription services are huge. And if you can get something, if you've got something, because I'm actually talking to a client and we're looking at creating a cosmetics line because it's a replenishable. And this is what I don't know the whole thing about makeup, but I know it is one of the largest markets on the planet. What do you consider the best products for high school students to sell on and offline? Same thing as adults. Now, with kids, they've got a built-in advantage because they can, there's just certain things that people in certain age demographics buy that adults don't buy. I mean, they can buy everything that we have, but like say backpacks, that could be really big in high school. A girl I was tracking, she started making these bedazzled iPhone cases, and then her friends thought they were so hot, that's like, make me one. And she started selling them, and she, you know, then she started selling so many that she's like started to go out and buy her resources in bulk. And then she went to China and started buying stuff direct from the manufacturer, and within 18 months created a $1.5 million e-commerce website, and she was in high school. So typically for someone in high school, it is best for them to look around and see what their peers are buying, because you know those markets are huge. What if your niche is a disease? I don't know what you're talking about. There's someone doing this for effects pedals for electric guitars. I can see that, because from, you know, I don't play any instruments, but what I have learned from knowing people who do, those folks are real passionate about their stuff. They just are, and they will pay a lot of money just to get that right sound or to get that right arrangement. So I can see that. Selling wellness products, it's a good market. It's a competitive market, but if you can have some kind of distinction, you can make a lot of money. Yolanda, I have to admit, all of this is very intimidating. Forgive my scared little bitch talk, Lyndon. I guess that's why buying info products in hopes I will make it your richest appealing. It takes away responsibility. Yeah, I mean, a big part of this is, and this is the thing, there are people out there who have created physical products, who have created e-commerce websites, who have no clue to how all these quote gurus are online. They just created their website, like the girl who was in high school. She just did it. She just started selling stuff and people bought it, because kids have a better network than we do as adults. Because one, I mean, I want you to think the life of a kid who has a decent situation with parents. You don't have to work. You have a place to stay. You have food every day. Some cases your parents will give you money. In some cases they give you money in a car. You have all of this time and no stress. It's a great environment to start a business. You're not responsible for any bills. You have access to funds, and you have a ton of time, and not to mention the energy level of being a young person. I mean, those are crazy attributes to start a business. So, I mean, you just got to start, because like you know, with this channel, I've started over. YouTube changed a lot of stuff. My list was underperforming. I got rid of it, and I've just started over. So there's like, what, 183 people on the list. And, you know, YouTube, you know, I'll tell you, I was losing subscribers every month for the last 3 months. And whatever I would gain, I would immediately lose. A lot of people were unsubscribed, and people are just not going to dick around with it. Like, I subscribed to this channel, they unsubscribe me. After so many times, people are just out. But typically, once you start an online business and you keep at it, it's easier to do the next revision of Web 0.5, wherever we are with Web 1.0, 5.0, whatever, because the internet changes, but it doesn't do a 180. It'll do a 10% change. It'll do a 20% change. So a lot of that stuff you learn is still relevant and can make you money. Affiliate programs with these wellness products, can it be doable based on not creating your own? I mean, there's plenty of multi-level marketing things. Here's the thing. Who are the most hyped people about multi-level marketing products? The people who want to make money from multi-level marketing products. The average, you go to your friends, is like, hey, you know, I'm over here on, what is it, Beachbody, which caters mostly to women, and it's about losing weight with these supplements. I mean, there are people making a lot of money with that stuff, but you got, it's, to me, the business model has a lot of tarnish on it, and a lot of people are turned off, and a lot of people don't want to go meet you at this hotel at 8 p.m. during the weeknight. Just no. No. I mean, and I could be wrong. I know nothing about that kind of marketing. I don't do it. I really don't have any friends who do it. But I do know that if you find a physical product and you find an audience, well, I should say you find an audience first, then see what you can do to serve that audience, either create it or buy it and sell them that product. That is a very fast way for you to make income. Information products, because someone was trying to have that conversation, are much harder because I don't know how many times I've gone to a networking event and I sat down and talked to people and it's like, so what do you do? And what do you do? And everyone's like, I want to do what you do, is work at home and sell my stuff and not meet people. Meeting people and networking is going to make you much more money, much faster than getting online and selling stuff, unless you just got a hot ideal topic. Because with Birchbox, they, someone mentioned they spend a lot of money on marketing, and social media, and they spend a lot of money, but they're making, oh my God, they're making so much money. Let's see, I've helped independent dealers sell at least 4 cars online in the past 6 months, all on OfferUp and Let Go. Should I create a site to keep using free sites? Well, do you want to become a car dealer? Because here's the thing. If you're just going to do marketing, you're not going to run into a problem. But if you are doing any paperwork after a certain number of cars sold, the system's going to flag your ass. So I shelved the t-shirt company because I can only focus on so many things. It's kind of funny. If I'm not talking about something, well, that's not true. I got some other stuff going on. But I had to make a decision because let's talk about marketing for a standpoint. I do better from YouTube and marketing when I talk about things that are congruent with the channel. Now, I'm still doing the apparel line. I got a really hot idea for it, but I had to focus, and also then the unsub bug and all some other stuff come. If you want to start a t-shirt business, I'll just tell you the truth, it's very challenging. There's a lot of people with merch by Amazon, there's all of these sites where you can sell t-shirts and make affiliate money. But I had to ask myself, what kind of money do I want to make? Do I want to build this company and distract? Because really, I was starting to lose money on the other thing. That's another reason that I kind of put it to the side. Is when I focus on a few things, I make a lot of money. But when I start doing all this other stuff, that's when I run into issues. And that's why I deleted those videos, and I'm not even talking about that stuff. Health before wealth marketing sales should be your core. I mean, you should spend your first year on that, just digging in that as much as possible. You have to create a brand first in order to sell shirts. Yeah, I've seen that stuff. What I didn't like is, let's just kind of look at the whole business model I have here. Am I going to be an online media company, or am I going to sell t-shirts? Now, one of the things I had to come to understand this year is, what the hell do I want to do? When I left the storage auction business, when I left all that stuff, the goal was to be a writer, a communicator, a media company, writing, publishing. That was the goal. And when I realign what I do with that, the money just flows. It just cascades of money. But when I start doing all this other stuff, I have problems. So this is a media education company, and that's what I'm going to stick with. There will be some gear, but it won't be like the full-fledged apparel company, because I've studied it, I looked at it, and it's really trendy, and it's really up and down. I would be better off creating a t-shirt manufacturing company and a marketing company for other people and sell that service to make the kind of money I want. So you can make money anything, but you got to ask yourself, how much mental space do you have to occupy things? And, you know, for the foreseeable future, media company, education company, that's what I'm focusing on. And also, you got to look at, let's talk about company building 101. Do I want to build a company that reach a point where it runs without me, or do I want to keep doing internet models, which are tertiary type companies? Let's say you build a company and Facebook ads are your main source of traffic. What do we know about Facebook ads? They change them. They get more expensive. They become more competitive. Whereas if you build a company through traditional company building tactics of service, email lists, and building organic traffic, building marketing, it's a different ball game. I'm able to exist outside of Facebook ads. Currently, I'm not using any paid traffic, and I'm making, you know, like I said, 5 figures a month. I'm doing that without paid traffic. I'm doing that without a huge base. So if you want to make money online, you got to learn how to get really good conversions. And what I see with a lot of these businesses, because like Facebook's not going anywhere, but just like Google ads changed the game, Facebook ads are becoming very, very much crowded in certain niches. Not all niches. There's some niches you run Facebook ads, you're going to have you're going to have it to yourself. But what everyone's running to, marketing courses, software as a service, something to do with making money online. It's just swamped. And that's one of the reasons I don't run Facebook ads doing what I do, because there's a lot of people doing what I do. So instead of dealing with them, I would rather come over here and slowly build something that they can't mess with. That's called a competitive advantage. I mean, that's just one of the things that you have to look at, because let's say you want to sell surfboards. You are a surfer dude. You live in California. You live on the beach. You love surfing, and like nuances on the surfboard that doesn't matter to a person who just comes out to start surfing. You make this board that just catches the perfect wave and does all that stuff. You're in a very niche market, and you're going to appeal to, quote, the elite surfers, and they will pay a lot of money for an elite board. Right now, we have people, you know, you've got bicycles, 4, 5, 6, 7 grand for the frame, and people are paying that. You've got folks out here who do these triathlons and these bike races who may have 10, 15 grand in their bike. So it just really depends. Monica, it takes money to make money. I can't get my partner to understand. He refuses to pay for anything out of pocket. He wants to have a business to call his own. Frustrating. I mean, it's a big thing. Fortunately, there's several ways to make money online. There's a ton of ways to make money online. And with that, you can pick your poison, you can pick your armor. Like I said, I am sticking with media company, educational company. And I'm going to peel off a few streams of that. And part of that is taking, like, what, 15 years of selling physical products and helping people who've gone past the beginner stage. Let's just say you have a business, you've done all the beginning work, and you've moved out of your house, and you're like at the maybe 1.5, 2 million mark, and you're just kind of stuck. That's going to be an organizational thing. That's going to be a management thing. Those are things I can help people with. So, because I've been through that process. Doing things in a different way, nothing new on the sun, science to getting rich by Waddle D. Wallace. So let's say your makeup line, you make one type of, say, lipstick. Would it be wise or worth it if you bought other models to go on with your product to fill in your store? It just depends. Someone was telling me one of the Jenner kids, not maybe Kardashians, she did this lip thing and was killing it. Just some kind of lip gloss thing. Let him save his own business alone. I watch these dealers at 500 to 1,000 to vehicles price after I detail them. I do want more than half of the add-on because I'm seeing the value of my detail different from their pricing. Okay. All right, going to Benjamin, you got to ask yourself a question here. What kind of business do you want to grow? Do you want to be a car dealer? Do you want to be a detailer? I got a friend who has a $1.8 million detail shop. You can go to Buckhead. It's on Roswell Road. It's Roswell Road and where Piedmont intersect. It's been there for 1.8 million. That's all he does. So you got to ask yourself, because selling cars, and a long time ago I sold cars, that's a different ball game. It's just really, really different. And if you're going to get into selling cars, you can only sell so many before you have to get a license. So just ask yourself those questions. All right, so we're bumping up against the limit. I try to keep these under an hour because pleasantly, to my surprise, a lot of people watch these things afterwards. So I'm not trying to have it like 2 hours. With that, I'm going to say this before jumping off. Everyone that buys the Never Broke Action Pack, which is $149, you'll get $450 off of the new e-commerce course. Well, I'll be just talking about developing your audience and how to put together your company to make that long money. It's under the stream. Just click there and you can get it. Let's see. Leroy. Glennon, you're putting out a lot of good content, not hustle point. I've had friends lose shirts with paid, lost their shirts with paid ads. You would be passing out business cards. You would be better off passing business cards and building an audience. Monk, I have a brick and mortar. I agree. I have 6 months looks stuck for now, but I think I won't be sticking around. Oh man, y'all going at it. No, there will not be another stream today. So with that, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with people you care about. And I am out.